Hi and good evening. We are live. So this is your weekly roundup of all the topic about being bold this week that we've talked about on Instagram and on Facebook. And this is just a little way of having a recap, or maybe you've just discovered me and you'd like to know more. I'm Lisa Hawkyard, the mother of all coaches, and I'm here to guide you to empower your mindset to empower you. So this is a little casual roundup. This is a nice relaxed Sunday evening, and I've got some notes here, and I've got Instagram and I've got Facebook, and we're just going to keep moving forward, and like I say, have some roundups. And if you'd like to know more, please do message me at the end, and we can move forward, and maybe there's an opportunity where I can actually help you moving forward in what you would like. So say hi as you come on, let me know where you are in the world, let me know how you're doing, and if there are any questions, just pop them up. I'll be on for 20 minutes, and we're going to just can't even talk, dig right in and get moving. So I've got quite a few people joining me on Facebook already. Thank you for that. And if you are on Instagram, please join me, say hello as you come on as well. So what we've been doing this week is choosing a topic of bold, and that is going right across the board of all my socials that I do. So that's on Instagram and on Facebook, and in my Facebook subscription group, which I'll tell you a little bit about in a minute. And also you may have seen my on and offline happiness classes. So we are having one topic. So wherever you are in the world, or whatever platform you're on, you should be able to get a good insight into the ideas that we're talking about. So first of all, we're going to go through this. We're going to talk about bold in a general sense. Now, what is your idea of being bold? Now, through the week, a lot of people have seen bold as being like overtly confident, loud, really standing for no nonsense, and really stepping forward in a way that people will stand back and maybe think, okay. Now, what I want you to understand is bold is what it means to you. There are different perspectives of being bold. Now, potentially, perhaps, bold for you is actually just stepping slightly out of your comfort zone to doing something you've never ever done before. Maybe you're a little bit nervous, maybe you're a little bit scared, and just to take that one small step is a huge accomplishment for you. And being bold in doing that sense, that is something moving forward for you. Now, to somebody who's overtly confident, that might be absolutely nothing, but to the person, and I can relate to this myself, to the person that's never done anything or moved out of their comfort zone on a scale like that before, it's quite scary. So what I want you to know is being bold is just something that's moving you forward into an area where you want to be. So I've got some points here. So you can be bold without making a huge stand on a situation. Now, sometimes you might find yourself in a situation where you might have to deal with something, you might have to go for an interview, you might have to do something that is very, very uncomfortable for you. And that doesn't mean to say you've got to make a huge stand, but it's just literally something where you can move forward and really show people that actually you don't need to be loud to be seen or to be bold, but you can actually just stand gently in your power and stand firmly with what you believe. And it doesn't mean that you're letting anybody down. What it actually means is that you are believing in yourself and you're standing firmly in yourself. And being bold is maybe reaching a decision that maybe in times you maybe never would have done. Hello, Tamara. How are you, lovely? Thank you very much. That's lovely. Let me just chat on Facebook as well. So if you have got any comments, just pop on and I'll try and work on both screens, okay? So sometimes you might need to be making a decision, and usually you might need other people to help you reach a solution. Now, being bold is two things there. Being bold could be actually asking for help, because quite often people struggle to ask for help for the very reason that maybe, hi Ted, hello, their self-esteem is actually a little bit lower than maybe they'd like, and they feel that asking for help is a failure. It's not. You know, always go to somebody that knows. By doing that, you're going to get the correct information and you're going to get the support that you deserve. But also by making the decision in the first place, the actual first place, you are being bold by actually thinking, do you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to try and do this. Maybe it's something that you wouldn't normally do. And that is being bold as well. So I just want to say thank you to Ted, because he's actually in Australia. So thanks for joining me. So yeah. Now also, Being bold is also recognizing a perspective on a certain subject and prioritizing it to how it fits into your life. Now, being bold is standing in your own power, standing on your own 2 feet and not following the crowd. How often have you found yourself, or you know people that are being led in a certain direction? Have you ever been in that situation where you think, well, I'm going to do that because everybody else is doing? How about you make that decision to be bold and brave and just step out on your own? Hi Mel, how are you, lovely? Good to see you. So stepping out on your own and being bold and brave for the perspective that you're at and the way you believe and where you feel that you want to be. Now, once we start deviating from the path that everybody else follows, you actually may feel a little bit uncomfortable. You may feel a little bit awkward. You may even feel you want to give up. And I implore you, just hang in there and stay tight, because, thank you, darling. So hang in there, stay tight, because the more you do something that's unfamiliar, the more it will start to become familiar. This is something I talk about in depth in my Facebook group. Now, what we're actually going to do is start to think things. If we think in a certain way, we are going to start embedding conscious thoughts that actually are going to benefit you into your subconscious thought, into your subconscious mind, sorry. That's where your feelings are, and that's where we become emotionally involved. Mel is great. Brilliant. That's good. Is Layla watching? Is Layla watching? And you can embed that. Now, the more we start to believe ourselves, the more we start to gain confidence. However, it's important that you are bold enough to realise that the thoughts you are thinking, are they benefiting you? Are they serving you? Or are they actually creating something that you don't want to be? Remember, how we speak to ourselves is absolutely vital. What we say to ourselves is actually going to change the way we think about ourselves. So rather than telling ourselves we can't do a certain thing, tell ourselves we can do a certain thing. And the more you do that, the more you actually start to do that, the more that you will start to feel more brave and more bold and more confident in what it is that's actually important to you. Okay, thank you. Quite a few people joining, so if you want to say hi, I can see who you are. So if you want to just say hello as you come on, let me know that you're there, and let me know if there's any questions that I can answer for you. Mel, she's not no, but looking forward to happiness class tomorrow. Fantastic. Yeah, if anybody of you are interested, I'm holding happiness classes on Monday, tomorrow night at 6:30, and 6:30 will be online, and then at 8 o'clock I'll be over in Chafford 100 in Essex if you are in the area for your happiness class there. So that's just 8 till 9 p.m. and that's £10 per person. So if you do have any messages after this, please do contact me. You would be more than welcome, and you will receive a very, very warm welcome. Okay, so now, another thing about being bold, okay, is this. You don't have to be the loudest person in the room. You can actually just sit quietly in what you feel and what you're saying, okay? Bold doesn't necessarily mean that you're having to be noisy. Bold is standing still in what you feel, and sometimes just by not saying anything is saying more than anything, okay? Now, quite often we get lost in the noise, we get lost in feeling that we should be joining in with something, that we should be doing a certain thing. Take the pressure off yourselves. That should create so much pressure that sometimes we just feel that we're letting ourselves down by not following what everybody else is doing. And by being bold, you're standing in your own power. Don't feel that you have to do something just because everybody else is doing it. And this can really relate when you're at school or at college, or maybe you've started in a new job. In those aspects, you don't have to be what everybody else has to be. It's about really working from the inside out and feeling unique and confident and the person that you want to be, not the person that other people think you should be, okay? And being bold is about using your voice. It doesn't have to be argumentative, but your inner voice is your intuition. That's the voice that tells you what you feel and what you want to say and what you want to do. There is a silent voice inside of you. Like, you know, let me know who's actually had that silent voice where you're thinking, I don't really want to do that, or actually this is how I feel, or maybe I want to go this way, or maybe I want to go this way. You've got that choice, you've got that opportunity to listen to your intuition, and that intuition is you. That's not anybody else, that is you. And to listen to that is being completely bold and really focusing on what it is that you want and the steps that you can make to move forward in whatever area of your life you're wanting to look at. Okay, now, what I do with the way that I work, it's all about mindset. It's all about understanding your energy. It's all about understanding exactly how you think, and how the way you think can have an impact on your feelings, on your actions, and actually on your results. So I create logical, effective and impactful information that will raise your awareness and really help you start to tune in and tap in to what you're thinking and what you're saying and what you're doing. And sometimes I want you to know that sometimes when you're trying to change your mindset, it can be incredibly uncomfortable. It can be, you feel like you're letting yourself down. It can feel like for a few days you think, yeah, I've got this. And then suddenly you get this big dip and you crash and you think, what's the point of that? It's rubbish. I can't do it. But guess what? All you're doing is proving to yourself, when you start doubting yourself, that you're actually starting to make that shift within your mindset, within you, and things will start to change. And it's up to you to keep moving forward and keep doing the things that you want to do rather than the things that you think you should do. Okay. Now, with the information that I do, I support people. People message me. I'm happy to answer. I'm very proactive, and I like to feel that I'm accessible as well, because we all need a little helping hand along the way. We all need somebody to guide us, somebody to believe in us, and somebody to nurture us and really listen. So if you are watching this and you are interested, please do drop me a message. You would be so welcome, and I'd love to hear from you and how I can actually help you. Okay, so we've got a couple more little moments about being bold. Okay, now one of the things we've got is when you're talking based on your experiences that you have had. Now, sometimes it's hard to understand things from another person's perspective because you haven't experienced it yet. But remember that other person, in their world, that's their perspective. And if they're adamant, if that's how they feel and they believe, then we have to respect that. Just as if you are adamant in your experiences from your perspective of your life, it's okay for you to feel that way too. And this is why quite often there's so many upsets or disagreements. It's because everybody is working from their own perspective. But it's okay, and it's okay to understand and agree to almost disagree sometimes. And that perspective, if your perspective, is also being bold, because you're not being swayed by other people. You're not being swayed by information. It could even be not being swayed by the way that you were brought up, but you've found your own way and you've started to change your ideas. I know for me personally, my ideas have unravelled and changed along the way, you know, over the years, and especially over the last few years. My own thoughts, my own decisions, my own creativity, everything has come from a base of what I feel comfortable with and what I believe in and what works for me. So you know what, you can have your own opinion, you can do what you want to do, you can be your own person. It's absolutely fine to do that. Where are we? Ted, hello, thank you. Uncomfortable and doing it anyway is where the growth starts. Absolutely. And something I say to my clients on a regular basis, I even said it to somebody earlier on today. Remember, when you go to a gym, let's put this in a physical form. When you go to a gym, you're making that decision, being bold, to walk into that gym, to start doing something different to maybe what you haven't done before. And you start doing a little bit of exercise, physical exercise, or let's equate it to mindset exercise, and it starts to feel a little bit uncomfortable. But the more you do something, or the more that you do the gym exercise, your muscles are going to grow. And the more you do the mindset work, your mindset muscles are going to grow. So you're retraining yourself, you're reprogramming yourself. So please know that anything that feels uncomfortable is you stepping out of your comfort zone and actually creating the best version of you that you can be. And this journey, it doesn't stop after a few months, because if you stop going to the gym, what's going to happen is your muscles aren't going to be as strong as they were before. So it's about keeping going and really being bold and brave and moving forward in what it is that your goal is, what your long-term vision is. So for me, it's about keep developing myself and spreading this message to the everyday person. You can be, do and have whatever it is you want to be. All you've got to do is make that decision and be disciplined and stick to it. And that's what I'm here to help you along the way. Now, I'm going to finish off in a second. So if you have got any questions, if you just pop them in, either on Instagram or on Facebook, feel free. But I want to leave you with this, okay? Your voice is a gift. The internal voice, your intuition, that is a gift. And the gift of actually vocalizing something is very important, because guess what? You can share so much with other people. And if we get the balance, you can boldly make changes where no other people have made changes before, and you can also make those changes in your life as well. Okay, so really focus on that boldness. What is it that you're actually really wanting? Is it that you want to step up? Is it that you want to step out? Are you even being bold by actually deciding you don't want to speak up anymore? You just want to leave things as they are. So you can see that each week with the topic of one word, we can use it from lots of different angles, and we're starting tomorrow with a new topic, which is going to be wise, and that is carrying through happiness classes, the subscription Facebook group, and through Instagram, and through LinkedIn, and all the other social media platforms that I use. So if you like what you're hearing and you would like to know more, please do get in touch with me. And if you'd like to know more about the subscription group on Facebook, we have a closed group with an amazing growing community of like-minded people who only want the best for you and to see you grow and become the person that you want to be. So I'm Lisa Hawkyard, the mother of all coaches, and I'm here to empower your mindset, to empower you. And like I say, if you'd like to get hold of me, please drop me a message, or you can contact me at www.lisahawkyard.com, and I look forward to seeing you very soon. So have an amazing evening, and remember, tomorrow morning, bright and breezy, we are back talking about being wise. Take care. Have a lovely evening.